If you are in the service industry and right now you are behind the 8 ball, your numbers are falling off, you are in the red, you're in trouble, then this video is for you. And what I mean by service industry is if you're in flooring, you're in roofing, HVAC, plumbing, automotive, I don't care, there's a service, you provide it, you take care of people's problems by fixing things, you're in the service industry. Now hear me out, when it comes to business, regardless of it, you are in one of three places, that's all there is to it. You are either stuck and you can't grow, there's a certain ceiling you can't get past, you're behind the 8 ball, which is what we're going to be talking about today, or everything's going phenomenal, you are just L-I-V-I-N, baby, you're doing great.
Living, man. L-I-V-I-N.
If you're the last category, fantastic. If you're the first category, that's an object for another day. If you're in the stuck behind the 8 ball, then this video is for you. And the reason I'm making this right now at this point in time is because in the service industry, this is the time of year when most of y'all are hurting. Let's just be real with it. And we're going to get into the fixes that you need to implement right now to no longer be in this place. I'm telling you, it is a quick turnaround. If you just focus with me for a handful of minutes, we're going to get there. So now, for starters, where I want to get, if you are behind the 8 ball, something I absolutely don't want you doing, and words that you are not allowed to say is, well, that's just because gas is so high, or oil this, or the red guys and the blue guys, this, that, or the other, or, you know what, it's the tariffs, it's the economy. All that crap, listen, that may be accurate, but what's that have to do with it? At the end of the day, whether things are going great, whether things are not going great, you have to take action. So stop putting things in your mind and saying with your mouth, because remember, power, life, death lies in the tongue, that is negative, that isn't going to do you any good, because whether it's your fault, not your fault, at the end of the day, you got checks that you have to write. Make sure you have the money to write them, and you're going to write them by taking the action. Now, you're probably thinking, well, that's real easy for you to say. Actually, it really is. And I'm going to give you one scripture that's going to make it easy for you. Matthew 6:34. Trust me, you know this one. You've heard it. Matthew 6:34. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough of its own troubles. If you're walking around thinking about all the things that are going on, all the clickbait, all the negativity, all that, like, just stop it. If you got nothing but news feeds in your algorithms and you are behind in your numbers, that's your problem. Stop letting the world tell you that it's okay to be in the position that you're in, because it's absolutely not. Scripture tells you otherwise. So let's actually get into it. Let's break it down. Let's talk about how to get out of the situation that you're in. And the number one thing you're going to have to realize right now off the bat is you need to start taking action. The reason most service companies and service industries are in trouble right now during this time of year, it's when they're starting to feel the pressure, everything's going bad, is because you've gone for a couple months not taking action. And you've done it because you've believed the lie that the industry says that it's the slow time of year. It's just like, just stop it. Stop it.
Come on, players, stop hating. Stop hating. Stop participating. Stop participating, star. Come on, twinkle, twinkle, baby. Twinkle, twinkle.
It's because you stopped taking action. Now, you probably stopped taking action because you were allowed to believe the lie of, well, it's not that time of year. This is just how it goes in our industry. Just stop it. You absolutely have to start taking action to take ground. What do I mean by that? If y'all go back to when Jesus told Peter, hey, cast your net and you're going to catch a bunch of fish. What a lot of people like, the way I feel people understand and receive that miracle is that Jesus just said one day, Peter, boom, fish in your boat. That's not what happened. He said, throw your net over. So Peter had to take action. He had to throw the net over if anything was going to come of it. Once he did, cool, miracle happened. But if he wouldn't have thrown the net, you wouldn't have known the story and it wouldn't have happened, but it did because he took the action. So you can walk in favor of your action, but nonetheless, you've got to move forward. So if you are in your business right now and you're behind the 8 ball, if you're being honest with yourself, you have not taken the action that you should have been taking.
No, you're not. Yeah, no, you're not. No, you're not. Stop.
you let off the gas for whatever reason. Whether it's because your algorithm told you it's okay, whether it's the industry's told you it's okay, for some reason, you've got it in your being that it's okay to relax up on the action. And now you're at the point where you got no choice but to start moving. So right now you're gonna start moving, and that's gonna be step number one to getting yourself out of this hole. If you are in this position right now and you find yourself in the red, you can't get out of it, help, I'm stuck, I'm in the red, get me out. Then what I want you to do is click in the link below. There is going to be a free guide that you can take and start implementing right now. But if you want more, there's also a strategy session that you can book in addition to that to see what we can do to help you get out of this position. So the link below, if you need help, click it. That's what it's there for. Use it. Back to the video. And the second thing that you got to fix right now, today, in this moment, and this is going to hurt some feelings out there, especially to the leaders or the owners that may be seeing this. If you're in the black, the number two thing you got to fix is you're not a good place to work at right now. And here's what I mean by that. If you make it to the Super Bowl and you're the winning team, phenomenal, great, happy for you. If you're the losing team, there's nobody on that team that feels good. You all know that you lost. If you're in a position where you're behind 8 ball, everybody in your team knows that they're on a losing team. Nobody wants to be in a losing team. And it's going to cause you to start acting differently towards that team. So right now, what you have to do as leadership and as owners is you've got to start thinking about what is it like for your team members. And are you making it a good place for them to be? Do they feel like they're a part of a winning team, or do they feel like they're part of a losing team? Because if they're the latter, that's one of the reasons why you're in the position that you're in. So you've got to start doing and taking actions right now to fixing this. And kind of the number one action is going to be, you need to start having some one-on-ones with your people to help them. Because if you haven't made any money in a while, chances are they probably haven't really made any money in a while either. So it's a problem you both need to fix, and you need to fix it together.
Come on! Let's do this together!
All right, and the last one, and I'm gonna go a little bit against probably what you've heard before, is you need to set the vision, but I need you to cancel out that vision. And it needs to be, you need to set the standard. Because right now, as we've already talked about, you've probably set the vision and standard that says, hey, it's okay, it's our slow season.
Let's get focused and stop pointing fingers. You're a problem. You're a real problem.
It's absolutely never okay to underperform. And if you're doing the second thing right, and your team is a winning team, and they feel like they're on a winning team, and they feel like winners, they're going to want their standard to be high. You know why people went and worked and played for Saban? Because the dude has a really good standard. You need to put them in a place where they are on a winning team. You need to have a standard, call it your vision if you want to, but it needs to be at high level. Because if you allow them to operate at not high level, guess where they're going to operate? Not a high level, which is, guess what? Why you're at where you're at. So you need to implement a scoreboard. You need to talk about daily activities. You need to help them get better. You've got to set and execute a standard of winning. Excuses don't matter. All the things we've already talked about, I'm not going to beat that dead horse. You have got to set a standard of excellence in winning.
To be successful at anything, the truth is you don't have to be special. You just have to be what most people aren't. Consistent, determined, and willing to work for it. No shortcuts.
And if there's anything in you that isn't that, you need to squash it today. You need to think back to the way and how you talk to your people. Are you setting an undertone that says, hey, it's okay to underperform right now? Because if you have, that's why they're underperforming. Betcha. It is your job to lead with excellence so that they can lead their customers with excellence. Did you know that you can get me to stop yelling and screaming at random into the camera Well, you can slow it down by sharing, liking, and subscribing. That's right. Pass this thing along to a fellow or fellette near you, or maybe you just hit that little bell I like button because, you like it. Do the things. If you're still here watching it at this point, you should have done one of them or all of them, but seriously, I'm going to stop talking about it, but hit the buttons. So, quick, easy takeaways. Make sure to implement it right now, today, and I promise you're going to go from being in the red to in the black in a matter of no time. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, we'll see ya on the next one.